FSU weather on this beautiful Wednesday. It's gotten up to about 70 degrees. I'm student meteorologist Evan Thomason.
And I'm student meteorologist Jessica Kirk. It was an absolutely gorgeous day today. We broke 70 degrees. It was warm outside. I wore a t-shirt and I was feeling great.
We were feeling back to those shorts and short sleeve t-shirts. I gotta say everything out slowly. It's fine. As much as my words are coming to a final end, our studio is coming slowly to an end. If you didn't know, these are the final shows of our studio. Sad times.
This is our last week before we move into our new building, before we end up doing new shows in the spring semester. So definitely looking forward to that. And then we're also looking forward to a great show tonight, talking about a few cold fronts in the near future now.
Yep. Definitely good conditions for now. As I said, we've brought out the shorts. We've brought out those a little bit warmer conditions, especially for fans of South Florida. But we're going to be looking into possibly when is our next chance of rain coming in shortly into our show.
Oh, yes. And as always, we're still a little bit low on rainfall for the year, so always looking forward to some rain, even if that means you got to keep your rain jackets handy. And after the rain, it's going to come cooler weather, so make sure you still hang on to those jackets. Winter hasn't come yet.
Especially even for areas of tonight, where we're reaching lows of 45 degrees still. This cold weather still has not reached us out entirely. But for more on that, we're going to send it to the overview with Zach.
Thanks, Evan. Absolutely a beautiful day out there today. Right now, 65 degrees. That sun is setting over the Tallahassee area. We have those partly cloudy skies and those calm winds. Couldn't really ask for a better day. As you can see here on the satellite and radar, not really a whole lot going on. We're picking up on some light clouds moving in there from the west, but really nothing that's going to be impacting the area too awful much. And the forecast model, is showing that. Continuing with those scattered light clouds, high clouds all over the place, but really, nothing that we can complain about. Temperatures are going to be pretty nice. Tonight in Tallahassee, 45 degrees. Once again, those partly cloudy skies are going to be hanging around. That north wind at 5 miles an hour or so. And tomorrow's forecast all around the Big Bend region, we got 70s, 73 in Tallahassee, a little cooler as we get along the coast. Headlines, nice weather to end the week. We got rain chances moving in this weekend, and that colder air probably coming in as we get into that next week. But for now, I'm going to pass it off to Evan. He's going to look at your southeast a little more detail.
Thank you very much, Zach. We look into our southeast. We're really seeing this break of colder weather that's definitely been really enjoyable for, as I said, a lot of our fans down in areas of South Florida. We're experiencing temperatures of 70 and 73 down in Tampa and Miami. You can still see some lingering effects from the colder air that was with us earlier, 58 in Atlanta, even 55 in Charlotte, and 50 in areas of Charleston. But the dew points really affecting how muggy and definitely how moist we're getting, especially towards Texas. If you didn't notice, Shreveport reached is at a temperature of 77 degrees tonight, and that's thanks to their 52-degree dew point. That's definitely helping them out there and helping warm up the temperatures up into the 70s, which we experienced today, as well as great conditions today. Not a cloud in the sky, and that's thanks to this high-pressure system. You can see really all around Florida, much of the southeast, if you're looking at all these states in general, maybe except for an exclusion of Arkansas, is looking at very nice, clear conditions all throughout the day, thanks to that high-pressure system. Arkansas really beginning to see the lingering effects from our next frontal system, which will be moving through our area starting into the weekend. But see nothing too concerning right here. A drizzle or two down definitely south of Little Rock and also on the north side. But we definitely see a little bit of that shower activity farther out to the west. But that should be slower moving heading into the later part of our week. You can start to see this front slowly starting to form its way and starting to become a little more of a problem as we reach into areas of Friday. Good news for us, though, we're still not seeing that frontal impact even on Friday at 2 p.m. Definitely, we'll get into more of the timing of that later in the show. We see the winds have started to pick up in front of that frontal system, 14 miles per hour in Little Rock, also 14 in areas of Shreveport. Everywhere else, we're looking at nice, calm, cool conditions with that high-pressure system that's been really blocking a lot of the activity throughout much of the southeast. So we look into tonight, we're definitely going to see some of those starting lingering effects from that frontal system. 60 over in Shreveport, but that's definitely hot for tonight, especially compared to other areas for our lows tonight. We're looking at 44 in Nashville, 43 in Atlanta, Still 36 in Charlotte, lingering from that last cold front that just passed through. But besides that, we're looking mainly clear for the night, except for areas of Little Rock and Shreveport. And as for tomorrow, those warm temperatures still going to remain for that nice break tomorrow. Definitely a good day to bring out the shorts all the way across the area, regardless of where you are traveling to. 65 in Nashville, 66 in Little Rock, and pretty much 70s we're looking at all across the south part of our radar as a part of our southeast. But for more on our local look, we're going to head off to Chris with a look at that.
Thank you, Evan. As we start to get a look at this beautiful sunset over Doak Campbell Stadium, brought to you by our weather stand camera, you can see not a lot of clouds in the sky. Same thing we were dealing with earlier today. It was a fantastic, beautiful day, sort of Goldilocks temperature. As you can see, we're just about average. We're a little bit colder than average. Our low is 16 degrees higher than our record low we've set, and we're 13 degrees lower than the record high. It seems fantastic day. Getting a closer look at our temperatures. We're mostly in the 60s. Quincy, Thomasville, and Valdosta are feeling a little bit colder at 54 and 57 respectively. And also, if you get closer to the coast, you'll feel warmer with 69 degrees St. Mark's as well as Sumarda. Our dew points, though, we're sitting in the 40s, feeling very dry, which is what was causing our low to be lower than average just by our temperatures being a little bit cooler, roughly the same. Going on to our satellite radar, you can see not a lot of stuff happening. There's a few of these high-level cirrus clouds that are coming in and out of the area, but because we're so dry right now, there's not many clouds, and it's beautiful days sticking around today. Looking like it's shaping up to be another beautiful day tomorrow. So you're going to see a little bit of those upper-level clouds passing in and out of the area, but overall, clear skies looking to be very similar to what it was today. Tonight, it's going to be a little bit chilly as we're going to be in the mid-40s due to those lower dew points and low cloud coverage. But it's still a nice night to be walking around out with people, having a blast in Tallahassee. Going into tomorrow, we're going to be warming up to the mid-70s. And another clear, sunny, beautiful day. Definitely a good day to be out studying at Landis, going for a run, walking your dog. Really, any sort of outdoor activity you can plan to have on a weekday. It's a great day. Moving back into tonight, 45 degrees, partly cloudy. You're going to have winds coming out of the north at 5 miles an hour. Thursday's forecast, another warm one, 72 degrees. It's going to be a fantastic day. Definitely enjoy some time outside, enjoying that nice weather that's sticking around. Thursday and Friday, shaping up to be phenomenal days for spending time outdoors. Saturday and Sunday, you got some rain chances coming into the area as well. Sunday, you can see that cold front come in and really start dropping those temperatures. You want to be starting to bring out those jackets again, coming outside of the weekend. But for now, I'm going to pass things off to the desk with Tyler and Zach.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. It really is shaping up to look like a pretty nice week. We got pretty moderate temperatures, but sticking with the whole temperature theme, we have a pretty interesting discussion tonight.
Yeah, really, whenever we're straddling these temperatures there, at night going from the 40s to in the morning going to the 70s, really, the question is, how cold is too cold to wear shorts?
Yeah. And this is a pretty controversial issue, and it really depends on geography and where you are, in the country, what you're used to dealing with.
Yeah, I remember at least back in high school, there was always those tough guys that are like, oh, it's not too cold, I'm going to wear shorts and a t-shirt outside.
That was me. I'm a tough guy. I'm sorry. Yeah. It was just a thing. Like, in West Virginia, we're used to temperatures that are 30, 40, 50 degrees. And that time of the year, if it's 50 degrees in late November, we're excited. We're happy.
I think it's more understandable for people from up north in West Virginia because they can better deal, or at least they've dealt with the colder temperatures more often. But when you're in Florida and it's 30 degrees, that doesn't really happen here. So it doesn't really make much sense.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there is a cold tolerance kind of thing I think that's built up naturally. And honestly, I feel like I have lost somewhat of my cold tolerance since I've been here. 60 degrees feels a little cooler than I remember it feeling.
I know, I have absolutely no cold tolerance.
Right.
Whenever I went to the beach about a month and a half ago, just from getting in the cold water, I was shivering. I couldn't stand it. So if it's cold outside, you can catch me wearing a hoodie and some jeans.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, like I said, where is the fine line? I think it depends on your region. Let's just run through the temperatures. So let's say 70 degrees. What are you wearing?
I think that's good enough for shorts and a t-shirt.
Okay, so anywhere in the 70s.
But once you get down to 60, that's a little bit more iffy. I'd say you could wear shorts or jeans, a t-shirt or long sleeve once it's in the 60s.
Right.
But once you're in the 50s, I think that's whenever you should start
That's the fine
bundling up
line.
a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I agree with that. It also depends on the wind. You know, once you get into the 50s, you can actually feel the wind chill. It's a noticeable factor, and it's not something we're too used to dealing with here in Florida, but back home, wind chill is more important than the actual temperature this time of year.
Exactly. Hopefully we don't have to deal with that anytime soon. It doesn't really look like we're going to deal with super cold temperatures anytime soon, but that might be a different story for other parts of the country. So let's send it off to Jessie with the National, and she'll give us a closer look.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, there are a lot of places in the United States experiencing fairly cool weather. They're not quite as lucky with us, with that high pressure system sitting over the southeast, helping to keep us warm. We got this cold front sitting over the majority of the Midwest, and then behind it, we've got another one that's about to spring up and follow it through its eastern path towards the east coast of the United States. Currently, you can see that cold front sitting right here where those behind it, those temperatures are in the 30s and 40s, 36 for Denver, 47 for Salt Lake City, 30 for Billings. And there's that defining line where the temperatures are a little bit warmer on the other side. We got that 65 in Kansas City, 66 in Memphis, and of course down in Florida and New Orleans, we're still sitting in the 60s and low 70s. Along with the temperature difference, there is that differences of dew points where behind it, it's that drier air, 32 in Denver, 43 in Albuquerque. And then here we have some moisture, and that's actually coming up from the Gulf, pulling up with some south winds, giving them a little bit higher dew points with that 59 in Dallas-Fort Worth, keeping their air more moist, so they're feeling a little bit more muggy than the majority of the United States. Now here are those cold fronts. This is one that's coming up behind the one in the middle of the United States, and you can actually see a little bit of that counterclockwise motion associated with that low pressure system. Zooming in on our big picture story of the night, here's that cold front that's going to head our way, bringing us cooler temperatures and some rain as it currently sits over Oklahoma and Kansas and is about to head right into Missouri. And then the one cold front that came behind through us and moved up north, we have this rain that's happening just off the coast and even some snow in parts of Quebec, so they're experiencing much cooler temperatures than we currently have. Once again, we can see that counterclockwise motion associated with that cold front. We kind of have a conga line of cold fronts moving up throughout the United States. Here's that second one that's going to hit us this weekend, and then the one that just hit us this past weekend moving up into the north. We're getting rid of that thing, and we're going to experience some new weather as we're going into next week. Over the next 24 hours, we're going to see these fronts just move towards the east coast of the United States as expected, bringing snow, rain, and drier dew points behind it before, of course, that next cold front sprouts up just down here, and it's just going to follow the same path, moving towards the east, bringing us those cooler temperatures and that rain, and behind it, the drier dew points. Tonight, we're going to have some very, very chilly temperatures in the west portion of the United States. They're all in the 30s except Denver at 25, Bismarck at 20, extremely chilly temperatures. And of course, on the eastern coast, we're seeing a lot of chilly temperatures up north as well. Tomorrow, it's shaping up to be a great day for the majority of the southeast. Unfortunately, much of the west is going to be seeing temperatures in the 30s. Once again, I am glad I'm not there, but Tyler's going to give us a look at the local and our pleasant weather for tomorrow.
Thank you, Jesse. Currently 65 degrees, absolutely beautiful outside. Those partly cloudy skies. As the sun starts to set over Doak Campbell Stadium, the winds are staying calm, so it's a great night to go out and have some fun. For the satellite and radar, not really seeing much of anything at all. Some cloud coverage has moved into the area, but we're not expecting any rainfall or any significant cloud coverage with a high pressure system sitting over our region. And zooming in, you really can't see much here. Some of these clouds moving through Tallahassee and some lighter clouds to our west. But as you moved eastwards towards Monticello, not really anything to speak of whatsoever. But over the next 24 hours, we're going to start to see things really stay clear, honestly. Not going to change much at all. Clear skies. That's going to be the story until we get into the weekend when we see those rain chances start to spark up a little bit. For our temperatures, Tallahassee's sitting at 65 degrees, St. Mark's at 69. As we move towards the north and the northeast, those temperatures start to cool down. Valdossa's at 54 right now, Thomasville's at 54, and then moving up to the west, Donaldsonville is at 59 degrees. And our dew points are fairly dry as well. Tallahassee sitting at a dew point of 42 degrees. Even the coastline, St. Mark's having a dew point of 40 degrees. So we're keeping conditions fairly dry here in Tallahassee. Not really an environment conducive for rainfall or cloud coverage to build up, mostly because of the high pressure system sitting over the southeast once again. Really, that's the main story for why we're so clear and sunny right now. And then looking at the winds, well, there's nothing really to look at. Pretty much 0 miles per hour all throughout. Donaldsonville having a light breeze at 3 miles per hour. Carabel also having a light breeze at 3 miles per hour coming from the coastline as well. For this evening, temperature is going to drop down to 55 degrees by the time we get to 9 p.m. and then 11 p.m. going to be 49 degrees. So if you're going out, might want to bring a jacket with you because those temperatures are going to start to dip down into the 40s. And as for tomorrow, going to be another great day. Going to see some cloud coverage, but not too much at all. The sun's going to be out and shining with our high going to be at 71 degrees at 4 p.m. And looking at the next 7 days, we actually highs at 72, my bad. Friday moving up to 73 degrees, and then as we get into Saturday, that's going to be our highest temperature for the week, 76 degrees. And then as a cold front pushes through our region, we're going to see those high temperatures dip back down to the 60s, 64 degrees for Sunday, and then for Monday, 63 degrees. And then moving on to Tuesday and Wednesday, going to see temperatures pick up a little bit, getting back into the upper 60s. But now I'm going to pass things off to Chris and Evan at the desk.
Yeah, thank you, Tyler. As we're shaping up this one last week of having these shows inside the studio in the basement of the Love Building, we're going to start talking about the new studio where we're going to be making a bunch of new memories.
I'm personally way excited for this. This is a new building for us that we're moving into just next door, right technically behind us, right over there. But it's been building for what now, 2.5 years?
Yeah.
So definitely a long process, definitely in the making. There will be several changes around, which will be better for us. Newer technology, newer ways to communicate with you guys at home.
Yeah, the layout of the whole studio is going to be different. The desk is no longer going to be in a separate room. We're not going to have to shout as loud as can for mic checks. Be like, hey.
There's a wall right there.
Yeah, there's a wall right here.
There's a wall right
and
there.
if you go on the other side of the wall, that's where the wall is for the film in the studio. Also, there's going to be a window in the new studio, so before the show is going to start, we won't have to be like checking the current condition graphic. Like, is it really raining outside, and have to send someone outside of the basement?
Yeah, we're no longer going to be basement trolls.
That's true. I mean, as much as sitting out and having to get that exercise running outside to check the currents it'll be nice having that window in the.
Oh yeah. Absolutely, and just being able to communicate with everybody, as I said. So we're no longer going to have this wall that's right here. We'll get to see everybody at the wall. Everybody will be inclusive. We can see the tech room.
Yeah.
I'm just super pumped about it. I could talk about this all day personally.
Yeah, I'm super pumped for the. You think? Have you seen the new tech room we're getting, where they have the window?
Not yet.
The tech room, the tech room has a window in it, so like. When the guys are running tech, they can actually like see us when we're on the wall doing all the stuff for the set and stuff.
That'll be super cool. We'll be on the second floor for that of the new building, which will be super cool. Everything about it. So we're getting some new technology around with it. Our computers that really run some of this stuff is still kind of running back on Windows, the old Windows version. Windows 98. I was looking for that, yes. So we'll definitely be pumped up for new ways, new graphics, new technology to be able to communicate our weather with you guys at home on FSU Weather. But for now, continuing our show on FSU Weather, we're going to be heading it out to Zach on the wall.
The good old days of Windows XP and Windows 98. It really just we're living back in the past. Thankfully, the future, and the future in Florida, looking pretty nice right now. 70 degrees in Tampa, 69 in West Palm Beach. Down there, our warm spot. Down there in Miami, 73. Summer just is continuing on down there. Dew points as we're going into the right now dew points 48 degrees in Jacksonville. The most moist area right now, West Palm Beach, also at 48, and we have down there in Key West 52. So where you have those warmer conditions, the more moisture is holding on as well. But these dew points really indicating that things are not too humid out there. And really, if we look at the satellite and radar, not a whole lot going on. I don't see really any shower activity anywhere across the whole state. And really, that should continue over the next couple of days. We're looking at really nice conditions brought on by this area of high pressure that's really dominating the entire southeast. Right there it is behind me. Look at that. You can see the clockwise flow, air moving from east to west. We're going right down there over the Gulf, but it also is bringing that onshore flow there behind me off the east coast of Florida as well. So really, yeah, not too much to speak of because of that high pressure. The forecast model is indicating that. We have that onshore flow, like I said, there behind me. You can see a little bit of what could be coming as we get into the weekend up there in that very bottom southeast corner of Oklahoma. We have their scattered showers and such associated with a cold front. But yeah, for tomorrow, for our area, not too much going on at all. Orlando, what a gorgeous day. You want to head out to Disney? Absolutely gorgeous. Take the kids. We got some scattered sun and clouds all the rest of this week. 77, 79, and 81 respectively, slowly heating up. Those swans are going to really enjoy their time out on the lake. Miami, much of the same. Basically a copy and paste forecast. The whole state really looking great. 79 on Friday, 81 to start your weekend. Absolutely looking amazing. Tonight's forecast across much of Florida. Cooler conditions, Tallahassee, our cool spot at 44 degrees, so their lack of cloud cover is really going to keep things chilly for us tonight. But down here to the south, Miami 62 and Key West 69. You can't even tell fall started down there. Tomorrow's forecast, look at that. Heating up, the nice sun and clouds everywhere. 73 in Tallahassee, 70 up there in Duval, 77 West Palm Beach, and Miami 79 as well. It's looking absolutely gorgeous. I can't say enough about just how nice it is. And we had so many months of it was so hot, it was so humid. Then we've had this huge rush of cold air, and now finally things are beginning to moderate as we get into our holiday week, and I honestly can't say enough. It's just going to be absolutely phenomenal. But Jessica's going to take a closer look at the Local 3 and close out the show for us with our last local segment.
Thank you so much, Zach. Here's where that sun just set over Doak Campbell Stadium. It was an absolutely gorgeous sunset if you got to take a look at it. Sun is setting earlier and earlier as we're continuing on towards the end of the year. Currently it's 65 outside, partly cloudy, very calm winds. It's shaping out to be a great night as those clouds are just going to begin to roll in very slowly as we're heading towards that cold front that's coming just around the corner. Today we hit a high of 71. Our low this morning was a chilly 39, but I can say that I am glad that we are finally sitting just around average for the temperature, as for much of October we are experiencing very warm, very uncomfortable conditions. We're finally cooling off, and I am very happy to see our high in the low 70s. Just an all-around great day. It's 65 here in Tallahassee, a little bit cooler just up north with that 57 in Monticello, 52 in Thomasville, and down by the coast they're a little bit warmer as well. Carabel is 65 and Apalachicola with 62 degrees as things start to cool off. Now, just like they continue to say, that high pressure system has kept Tallahassee nice and clear for most of the day. We got a few clouds rolling in, but generally it's going to be a fairly clear night. Those clouds are going to skip in and out, most of them staying to the north, and we got a few to the south as we get into tomorrow evening. So tomorrow is going to shape up to be a fairly clear day as well. As for tonight, we got 59 at 7 p.m. and it's going to drop to 49 degrees by 11, and those clouds are going to begin to roll in. So if you have any plans for tonight, make sure to keep that jacket with you, as it's going to be pretty chilly. I mean, we're talking from 71 earlier today to 49 tonight. So if you're outside, that's going to feel like a huge difference. That's a very big temperature drop. And tomorrow, if you're looking to walk your dog, it's going to be a chilly 55 in the morning, and it's going to warm up to be close to 70 around 3 p.m. a.m. So if you'd rather walk outside in those cooler conditions, just get up at 9. If you'd rather it be about 70 degrees, just hang out, wait until 3 p.m. and you're going to get just a little bit of clouds, that sun shining through, and it's going to be a nice warm day. As for the week ahead, we're looking at temperatures in the 70s to finish out the week, and then we see those rain chances on Saturday and Sunday. Those clouds are going to stick around, and then we have that temperature drop from 76 to 64. So we're talking about another huge change of weather, so keep those jackets around as we're continuing into the beginning of next week. We're going to see temperatures stay in the 60s and warm up again Tuesday and Wednesday. You'll also notice those lows are going to get a little bit lower from Saturday to Sunday night, hitting the 40s, and they're going to go back up into the low 50s for the beginning of next week. I'm going to go ahead and pass things off to Chris and Tyler, and they're going to finish out the show for us.
Thanks, Jesse. As a wise man once said, it is Wednesday, my dudes.
It is most certainly Wednesday. This is no longer the Wednesday where I forgot what day it is, but it is
That's
most certainly
always
Wednesday.
great.
Yeah, they're
I'm
great.
going to miss Wednesday shows. Probably not going to have a show for about 2 months after Friday because we're not going to start things back up here until mid-January at the new building.
Yeah, the new building. It's going to come on, and might actually have to start a little bit later than we usually do because of the AMS conference is the second week of classes. Usually we start up the show again in the second week of classes, but a lot of us are going to be off at the AMS conference begging for jobs.
That's pretty much how it goes. So
Yeah.
if you're, for some reason, a huge FSU weather fanatic, I know I am. That's why I'm here right now. You can always watch all our old shows on YouTube, but if you want it live, you only got 2 more days to watch before we go on hiatus for about 2 months. But let's look at the week ahead. Saturday having rain chances around 50%, and then as we move into Sunday, that's when we're going to really start to see those temperatures drop with the cold front moving through. For the most part, we're going to keep conditions pretty nice. Mostly sunny for the most part. A couple days where it's pretty cloudy outside, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah, we're going to be sitting around average temperatures, and Saturday's going to come up, warm us up a little bit. As I said before, cold front comes in, we're going to be back below average with a cold November because you take a warm September, a warm October, add them together, you get a cold November.
Yeah, I remember you were trying to do that math last week. It still doesn't really make much sense to me, but you know what, let's just roll with it.
I mean, you take 2 negatives, you get a positive.
I think that's if you're multiplying that. If you add them together, you get a more negative number, and that's what you just did. So therefore, it should be a hot November, so your math doesn't check out. But that's okay. I know, so I'm going back home for Thanksgiving, so those more moderate temperatures actually be pretty hot as we moved into Central Florida. I'm not too excited about that, but it's all good. Follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, the usual deal. We're also always on YouTube Mondays through Fridays as long as we're actually live, so for the rest of this week and then getting into mid-January.
Yeah, make sure to follow us on Instagram. Maybe send me something to help me get better at math. But for us here,
Just send them some quick algebra problems. It would really help us out here a lot. I'm student meteorologist Tyler Sharon.
I'm state meteorologist Chris Knoll.